And welcome back. I'm the Doc Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLSA. Our next guest is the CEO and founder of Hearts Chaplaincy. She carries over 50 years of service to humanity. She joins us to speak about the work that she is doing in and outside of the faith-based community. And she's also here to highlight how she's helping others become the best version of themselves. So please put your hands together, everybody in the audience, everybody at home, for the phenomenal Dr. Kim Best.
Yes.
And everybody knows what contributes to your phenomenality.
Yes.
You're out there. I'm out there, and you're out there with your sleeves rolled up, and you're helping others get what they need out of life. Explain how you got started in this love for our community.
Well, in life, I had a special calling on my life.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it until I started going up in elevation. But I actually started out as a missionary. And they had really wanted me to be a Catholic nun. But God had another plan for me. And as a humanitarian and a community-based person, I know my mission was to help people.
Yeah.
He actually ordered my steps. And this is what I love. This is what I do. And as the CEO of the Hearts Chaplaincy, our focus is to provide and service the community. We go into the prisons, we go into the hospitals, we go into hospice, and we just deal with the community at large. So in any situation, we want to be ready to assist those people. Especially after the pandemic hit, we as chaplains was right there. We was on the grounds. So many people died. So many people was in the funeral parlors was filled. But yet, God gave us the strength to assist those people. And even now today, right now, this chaplaincy has over 400 chaplains. And we're all around, just about all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
We started with a very small, yes, Bob, you are one of them.
Yes. Thank you so much for bringing me into it.
Yes. And we are now going into international waters, whereas we're doing a lot of stuff with the African countries, Haiti, and especially with a lot of the Spanish countries. So we send barrels of food and books and so forth. So we want to make sure that not only that we're addressing the needs here in the USA, but also address the needs in the different countries.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised, the need.
Yeah, it's out there,
It really is.
These days, things are happening all over the world. We see it. I mean, sometimes it's not only happening on TV, but it's happening behind the sines.
Absolutely.
Things that we can't see.
Yeah.
Well, that's the deep thing, the spiritual.
Yeah, the spiritual thing. Oh, yes,
Who's the one person that helped mold and shape the person that you are today? Of course, you have the calling from the God.
Yes,
from God.
Well, I had the calling from the Lord, but actually, my parents. My parents were very, very community orientated, and they grounded us. They sent us to the best of schools.
Yeah.
When I say us, my siblings sent us to the best of schools, and they taught us what it was to grow up poor and to appreciate what you have today.
How do you find time to do everything? Because
it's
National Night Out, the Restoration Plaza, all these wonderful things. Every time I saw you at Lenny Green's affair.
That's right.
I mean, you're there.
I did. Well, you know what? We have to be involved. People always say, you see us all over the place, but someone has to do the job. Someone has to do the job. And my commitment and my assignment to the Lord is to get out and meet the people, to build the kingdom, bring the souls. You'll be surprised. A lot of people do not have churches and houses of worship. They don't have church homes. So that's why a lot of the people that's in the ministerial, the churches are starting to get small. They're starting to close. And you say, why? because now in the ministry, you have to hit the streets.
Uh-huh.
You have to go
Jesus hit
out.
the streets.
You got, you have to hit the streets. You have to educate them. You have to teach them what spiritual ministry is. And there's a lot of guidance that's really needed. You know, you really don't know what's going on until you really.
Yeah. There's a lot of community building involved in what you do.
It is. There's a lot of community building involved because, as you know, our communities are changing. Okay. The resources are not there anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Once upon a time, we can go here and there and get resources. We see it when we get ready to do these big events. We see it when people come and that's homeless, people come that's hungry. And it's not even an age bracket anymore. I mean, we have seniors that need food.
Yeah.
You know, babies that need food. How do we, you know, I mean, it's amazing how life is, really.
Yeah. And then now we have a lot of migrants complaining about too many being here, but they have to be taken care of too.
Exactly. See, so what I always say is that we don't need to put a fixation on any ethnic group.
Yeah.
Because you know what? At the end of the day, we're all people.
We're all people.
We all have our needs. And when these people come from different countries and so forth, they need help.
Yeah.
Yes, New York City is overpopulated right now. But we're hoping and praying that our mayor gets the additional help and the resources that he needs.
From the federal government.
From the federal government, you know? So it's a little difficulty. And then there's different ways that people are trying to assist, like opening up their homes. I know that there's quite a bit of the big churches that have set up beds and showers and so forth to accommodate the people. And we're trying to build as many houses as we can, but when we're overpopulated, there's nothing that we really can do but to find other solutions.
You're a major conduit for the Lord, and you have your hands in everything, all the municipalities. You're working with the police department. How many other organizations are you working with?
I've been with the police department as a precinct council president for 35 years. I am also chairman for Brooklyn Hospital for the advisory board, making sure the quality of care when the patients come in.
Yes.
I'm also Community Board 3. I chair their senior committee. And then I also have Powell Women in Community Building, which helps to build communities. And that's just to name a few. You know, Lions International. I also belong to Business and Professional Women. I'm actually their international governor. So that just tells just a few of the things that I do. But I'm engaged. I'm involved. And most important thing, I love what I do and I love people.
And they're going to award you for it. You received well over 600 awards.
Yes, over 600 awards. I think Washington is going to grant me another award, international award in November. I look forward to seeing that. But despite even all the awards, it's about doing the work.
Yes.
It's about the commitment.
And you do the work, too.
And I do the work.
We see you.
A lot of people see me. Yeah.
That's good. You're going to have to build a bigger house to hang up those awards.
Well, let me just say this here to you. One of my goals, and is to get a humanitarian center. Not so much a church, but a humanitarian center that would be able to provide the resources to people. So in the humanitarian center, we look for jobs, we look for training, we look Bible based. You know.
I can see that.
Yeah, and that's what
building
it is.
that will house a few people too.
Yes.
I can see that.
Yes.
I can see that. What has been the most rewarding part of the work that you do? I mean, a lot of it. This is what you love, so it's not even work.
This is what I love. Well, it's like, I'm gonna just use this phrase, like a junkie. I get my gratitude just knowing that I was able to send that young man to college on scholarships. And now he has graduated with his JD And he comes back to me years later to say thank you. And he says to me, you know what? If it had not been for you giving me the opportunity to go to college and then go to law school, he says, you know what? I would never, and this is just only one of many, I would never forget you. And anytime that you need me, this young man said to me, I'm here for you.
Wow.
So that's the gratification that I get. I don't be looking for any money, any hands out.
That's the pay.
And
that's
any,
paid.
no accolades. My accolades come from knowing that I'm able to help people to achieve their goals. I'm able to help put people into different places. Because you know what? We never know where our blessings may be. And these same people that we meet going up that ladder may be the same people that we may have to need to help us.
Yeah, exactly. I see it. I see it. I'm out in the community. I see it. What's one piece of advice that you can share with others interested in getting involved in community work or chaplaincy?
Okay, so one of the things that really, we know we can't save the world. Let's be honest. Let's be realistic. We know we can't save the world. But when we, as a community, and we consider ourselves the village, is going into the village and pulling that young person that you see off the streets. I've done it many, many, many times. Yeah. I had a gangbanger living with me at one point. And I got to understand what that world was to be a gangbanger. Yeah. Oh, yes, it was very interesting. But I connected and bonded. So my suggestion to people is that try to bond with someone, some individual. You can't save them all, but if you save one, that means a whole lot.
Yeah. And it could be like a chain reaction.
It does. It is a chain reaction.
You saved that person went on to save somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I deal with a lot of people that come out of the prisons. I've been able to get them jobs. They've been able to get on their feet and been offered like a second chance in life. So that's good. So when we see these people, they're doing well now.
And now the Healing Hearts Chaplaincy, what can you tell us about that?
The Healing Hearts Chaplaincy was a vision that was actually, the name was given to me from my professor. Prior to me developing the Healing Hearts Chaplaincy, I did chaplaincy work already for another organization for about 13 years, and I was also the CEO of the seminary. So the Lord spoke to me and says, you know, you need to open up your own Healing Hearts Chaplaincy. Your assignment is to help hundreds of people. Now, it was prophesied to me about 22 years ago that I would be in a position to help many. I didn't know what it was, but I know today.
Here it is.
Here it is.
You're doing it.
And all of the chaplains are from different nationalities. I have Jewish chaplains, have chaplain Muslims. I even have Asian chaplains. And each one of them are working towards building the kingdom and helping people.
Yes.
So I'm just so happy with the chaplaincies. And we are non-denominational, which is good. You see, we don't get caught up into, oh, you have to be Baptist, you have to be Methodist. We're non-denominational.
Because when you're dealing with the community, you're able to deal with everybody out there, no matter who they are.
Exactly.
No matter, what tradition that they're involved in.
Case
you
in
can
point.
Walk into anybody's
Case
church.
in point. Somebody gets shot. They happen to be an Asian person.
Yeah.
You happen to be there on the scene. They may call you, or you may have to give them their last rites. Are we here to say just because they're Asian that they don't need prayer? Think about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So where do we go from here? What's next for us?
Well, where are we going? Go from here. We're going to continue to build the chaplaincy. We will continue to build the international waters. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be crown queen
All right.
of Calabar,
Uh-huh.
Nigeria, with the AFI Foundation on October 7th. And next year, I'm scheduled to go to Ghana to be crowned Queen Mother. All right. So those are two good things that's happening. And then what we have been continued to do is to meet with the consulate of various countries.
Mhm.
We are set to meet with the country of Jamaica to see some of the needs and the assessments there.
Mhm.
We have met with several countries such as Belize, Ghana, Nigeria,
Wow.
St. Vincent, just to name a few. So our mission is to meet with as many countries to address the needs. And we're asking people that want to come with us on these international tours and trips. You're more than
I'm
welcome.
going to tie up my sneakers and tie up my laces and get
That's
ready
right.
to go.
That's right.
Who's here with you today?
Well, I have Barbara Biggs Glover. She's associated with me with several different. Actually, she's the first vice president for the National Association of Business and Professional Women.
Uh-huh.
And then I have a Miss Essence here, who has also been very experienced, has an expertise in marketing and also branding.
Uh-huh.
And she happens to be my manager. And I wanted them to come here to support me
Mhm.
and to support you and the Bronx Net as
All right.
well.
Thank you guys for all you do. Social media, website?
Yes, we do have a social media.
Mhm.
They are doing a lot of updating with the social media.
Mhm.
So because we do so much that we have to constantly update it. So we do have a website. We do have a WhatsApp for the international piece, and that's ongoing. And we also have a WhatsApp for the Healing Hearts Chaplains to let us know what updates that's going on. You know, if there's any tragedies, anything that we need to address.
Yeah.
The churches, we go in there, we teach with the churches and the pastors. We're actually doing the classes for the chaplaincies. We give you your credentials and so forth. So it's a good shape and it's a good look.
Dr. Best, thank you for all the work that
Yes.
you do in the community. We love you.
Yes.
And, you have our support 100%. We're one big family, moving
Yes, we
together in
are.
the same direction for a common cause.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Give her a big hand, everybody. Dr. Best, PhD, CEO, and founder, Healing Hearts Chaplaincy. We'll take a break. I've got more coming your way next on Open.